Yes, welcome to the second episode of the NORBET MAO for Speaker of Parliament. In the first episode, I discussed the narratives that many observers brought forward that NORBET MAO's coming for parliamentary position is a political regression. And I told you in that episode that it wasn't a regression, but it was a political maneuver. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today let us talk about it. Let's expand it. NORBET MAO for Speaker of Parliament in Uganda. By the way, constitutionally, all of us know that the Speaker is a third person in the hierarchy in this country, coming only after the President and the Vice President. So now, when MAO becomes the Speaker of Parliament, it means he has risen to the third rank in the country. Do we call that a regression? But then, one can only become a Speaker of Parliament when first they are members of Parliament representing a constituency or a special interest group. So, that MAO, when he becomes the Speaker, would now rise to being the third. Now, let us say, a failed candidate, presidential candidate, which position do they occupy in the hierarchy of this country? Or a party chairman or a party president, which position do they occupy in the hierarchy of this country in terms of powers? It's not there. So, the Speaker is the third most high rated position in this country. And that is where MAO is heading. That means MAO is moving from zero position, which we do not know, because we don't know where we can place party chairman in the hierarchies. It is not there. That means moving from some zero position to the Speaker of Parliament, to the third. And do you call that regression? Where is the logic? That is not a regression. Even if it doesn't go through as a Speaker of Parliament, he has never failed elections anyway. So even if it doesn't go through, still a member of Parliament in this country is rated above a party chairman, a party president. Because a party president, apart from your party, which some people may not subscribe to, what else do you offer to this country? But a member of Parliament is always making laws, doing oversight, okay? So, a member of Parliament alone is already higher than a party chairman who does not double as anyone. So, that means MAO's coming to Parliament alone is already not a regression. He has risen higher than what he was originally in. Because failing to be actually when you fail as a candidate for president does not put you above a member of Parliament in any case. So that is one thing that people should know. Now, MAO for Speaker. We also have members of Parliament from some select, some few, some sycophants rushed into amongst place trying to pledge their allegiance to a person who did not even formally showed any interest in retaining the seats that they already endorsing AAA. And I think that was a signal, because one of them introduced as a chairperson of Acholi parliamentary group. That means it was supposed to add weight so that Ugandans understand the position of probably the Acholi members of Parliament, that all of them actually endorse AAA through their chairperson. Because now, there was even no need why he should introduce himself as a chairman APG, because that was trying to add some weight onto it. But did they sit prior to him going there? And they ended up being content creators, because members of Parliament, when you're giving your official positions on a matter as critical as election of the Speaker of Parliament of a country, and you are an honorable member of Parliament, I expect you to call a press conference and deliver whatever you want to say and give us a tangible reason why you feel what you are doing is correct. And that press conference must come after an official declaration of interest by the person you are endorsing. Because the person, Anita Mong, did not come openly in an official communication to say, I am declaring my interest to retain the seat. Meaning, these people call it endorsement, but what they did was actually pushing Anita Mong. It was more of pushing that you go and contest. Because I can only endorse you when you have first declared your interest, which he did not formally do. It was on assumption. So the endorsement was on assumption. So it was more of pushing her to go for it, when she has not formally declared her intention. Because I've never read any newspaper, I've never seen an official communication or unofficial maybe Twitter accounts and other things. So we did not see the speaker come out to officially declare interest. Everything was a hearsay. In any case, Norbert MAO hinted on it first. So the fact that after that they rushed to Mong claiming to be endorsing her was just a mere sign of panic. But also this brings in a something that is developed in the countries. There is what we call the hierarchy of sycophancy. The level of patronage in this country is skyrocketing. It is reaching a record high. There is somebody who plays sycophant to a certain level, because I didn't expect a member of parliament who himself embodies qualities and qualifications to become the president of this country to play like a puppet, like a puppet to a fellow member of parliament. All these people went there capable of becoming speakers of parliament, but here you are as the honorable member of parliament representing a very unfortunate constituency and acting like a content creator. Now, what is the difference between the honorables and what's the difference between you, a honorable, and a content creator like Santana Ouedraogo, for example, when he's trying to promote these politicians? What is the essence of a whole honorable member of parliament acting like a gadget boy to a fellow member of parliament? There is even no hierarchy. If it was for the president, maybe I would say something. But you are the same members of parliament, the same hierarchy, but you're acting like a gadget boy. This does not make sense. That is what I'm calling hierarchical sycophancy. The Speaker of Parliament plays a puppet to a higher authority. I'm not going to mention it. Now we have our honorable members of parliament who are playing puppets and playing like sycophants to her. And then down here, they have also a list of sycophants that are playing puppets, playing some blind loyalties to them. The reasons are all influenced by nothing other than money, no integrity, no fear. Completely, people do not fear embarrassment. How can a honorable member of parliament do an endorsement through a phone recording for a national cause? This is regrettable, this is abject. But it doesn't matter. This is my verdict. As Norbert MAO said he's going to do consultations with the president, we all know how the president is very influential when it comes to election of the speaker. Virtually the one he chooses to become the speaker goes through. So he's going to do that consultation with the president via their MOU. Now, as long as Norbert MAO will continue to show his candidature after that meeting with the president, after the meeting and the consultation with the president, as long as MAO still retained his interest in the speaker position, then the 12th parliament has a speaker called Norbert MAO, nothing more. Because that would be a done deal. Because the MOU is a very powerful one. It is the one that brought him to cabinet, and it is going to bring Norbert MAO to the 12th parliament as the speaker of the August House. Stay tuned for part 3. Norbert MAO for Speaker of Parliament of Uganda. Thank you.